Welcome to the Retro Video Store Podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to the Retro Video Store Podcast. I'm your host, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
And that's my co-host, Neil.
I'm Neil. And I'm still laughing because I was bitching about so much before we started. And who is going to show up for work and do his due diligence and his duty to protect Americans, protect property, protect our wildlands, but not get paid because, direct quote, any American president that shuts down the government is a loser. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, wait, that's our current president, and is now going to be working unpaid because apparently it's all somebody else's fault.
Yep.
Even though this person directly said, I'm going to fucking get on my soapbox. And this person directly said, I will shut down the government if I don't get what I want. Mm-hmm. Dave.
And they control all three branches of government and still can't legislate, introduce any meaningful bills to help the American people in any way. All right, this is Freedom Cast.
Freedom Cast with Neil and Eric. And
there's a special guest star in the background. My cat will not stop.
Cat won't
yelling.
Shut up. David's job is fucking dangerous, and they're going to expect him to go out and do that dangerous fucking job for no money.
Just leave him alone. Sorry.
I was like Brittany. Just leave Brittany alone.
Just leave Buster alone. I don't know why Buster's...
You noisy ass cat, man.
I know. We have 5 cats, listeners. We have.
Okay. I don't know. Here's the thing. Now that you've said that, what's more sad? What we're doing right now is middle-aged men, or the fact that you own 5 fucking cats?
Yeah. We're crazy cat people in my house. We have 5 cats. We have Autumn, who's our little exotic Persian, and she's
Jesus Christ. Eric's top 5 cat list up next.
Top 5 cat list. The one that is meowing all the time through the podcast, if you hear him, is Buster, and he's our little tuxedo cat, but he's kind of a chicken, and he just loves to meow for no reason, and that's what he's doing right now. So I apologize, listeners. Hopefully he'll shut up. And the more you try to get close to him, the more he'll meow. So my son was trying to run interference to get him to stop meowing, and he was meowing louder. So you'll probably get edited out of the podcast, or maybe I'll leave it in.
Leave it in. Fuck it. Yeah. Leave it in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I always consider myself a dog person. I love dogs because they're useful. Mm-hmm. Unlike cats.
Cats are very useful. They bring you happiness.
You ever have a vet ask you, if they scratched you, you might have to get dog scratch fever? You don't hear about that. No. Cat scratch fever. From
Ted Nugent.
You want to hear from Ted. Speaking of good, solid Americans.
He says that he can make the pussy purr with the palm of his hand.
No. Fuck that guy too.
Yeah, fuck that guy. All right. Well, back to Freedom Cast.
Freedom Cast. So the dog
Freedom
dies.
Video Store. Turning the frogs gay.
We only play Lee Greenwood here. And Kid Rock. So yeah, the dog dies, and my wife's like, we should get a pet. Well, let's get a cat, because if we ever go on a trip, we can leave out the food. We can have somebody check in every few days, make sure, blah, blah, blah. And we get one cat, then all of a sudden, that cat's going to be lonely. So now we have 2 cats.
Yep.
And not a huge fan of the cat, but who's the cat always want to be on top of? Me.
Mm-hmm. They sense that.
Fuck those cats. But I am now, you know what I am? I'm a fish person. Because if the fish dies, fuck it, flush it, just get another one in there. You can watch it swim around just like the other one. Super cheap, no vet bills, no leukemias, no rabies shots, no manicure.
If your beta fish dies, you can switch it out.
I got
at school, and they come back and there's no wiser. None the wiser.
I got this little gizmo. I like you looking back at the kid. Remember when that happened? I got this little gizmo. I stick it down into the gravel. I turn it on. It sucks out a bunch of the dirty water, 25%. I add some fresh water in. Done.
I used to have the stupid tube thing where you'd have to shake it and move it, and then get the water to start going into a bucket and stuff.
Dude, you got to get on Amazon, man. I got a little thing. You just press it. It goes and sucks it right out, and then good to go.
Yeah.
I had been feeding them a little bit of food every day, and then I was talking to the dude at the pet store, and he's like, "No, like every 2 days, like every 2 days, give them a little taste of food.
We're now
They'll
Fish
be good to
Cast.
go. We're now Fish Cast.
Not the hippie band, the jam band,
Nothing.
Fish.
You watch them swim to and fro. How relaxing!
Mm-hmm.
Fuck."
So what you're hearing right now,
Frustrating day at work, man. God
what
damn
you're hearing now is us already stalling to talk about the movie. Today, we are talking about Maximum Overdrive
and betas, man. I love betas. You put them in. You see them in there, those little bowls, and you feel so bad for them. And you can't put two males together. So I bought a big ass 10-gallon tank, and I got it's actually found out the technical term when you have more than one female beta is a harem. So I got like 3 female betas in there, all really pretty. I got one that's got it's almost like a koi type coloring in it. And you know what they do? They just swim about, eat the food. Every now and then they'll zoom around and you just watch them like, oh, that's super relaxing. Having trouble sleeping? Might go watch the fish, and then you wake up.
This podcast is not making me having trouble sleeping.
And then you wake up, your head's been tilted back, your neck hurts a little bit. All right, thank you, everybody. That was Maximum Overdrive. Have a great week, everybody. RVS Podcast 222@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook. Buyusacoffee.com. Look us up there, the Retro Video Podcast. And we'll see you all next week.
I actually think we have a lot to talk about Maximum Overdrive, how maximally awful it is. We're doing a little mini, we're doing a mini Stephen King marathon, but it's not the good Stephen King movies that we're doing. We're doing Maximum Overdrive this week. We're doing Sleepwalkers next week. And then we're doing Dreamcatcher the week after that for a little mini awful Stephen King marathon. And we're going to talk about his movies ranked. He has 69, 69, bro.
How many?
Not 67.
How
69.
Many? How many?
69 movies that have been adapted from his work. So we're going to talk about the best and the worst of those a little bit later. We're also going to talk about Maximum Overdrive and the movie that was, well, we'll get to it. Let's do what we always do first, though. Neil, what did you watch this week? Buster, what did you watch this week?
I've seen that too. I watched Weapons.
What'd you think?
I enjoyed the hell out of it.
It was really good, huh?
I enjoyed the hell out of it. Because I had not looked up anything about it or read anything about it when you said you really liked it. I gotta say, and I'm gonna spoil it, dude, the end when they went after the aunt.
Yeah.
Gladys
was her name Gladys?
Yeah. And the kid was like, he'd watched, he was smart. He did the whole prick the finger thing and wrapped it around and snapped it. And it's like, fuck you, Aunt Gladys. And she knew she'd fucked up, man. She was running and she died brutal. But do you honestly think 2 kids could have held on to her upper palate with enough strength to tear that free from her jaw and her spinal column?
Well, if she's old, maybe she's a little feeble,
Well, also,
well,
she said consumption. So, I mean, she may be even older than that, just coming in, weaving her way into families.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? God, I'm yawning. I'm so tired right now. It's been such a long day. And then I read a lot and I've been reading a book series called Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Mm-hmm.
And listen to some of the audiobook. The audiobook is absolutely entertaining. Dude, you would love this. But anyway, finish that. And then some folks gave me some books and they're like, hey, wow, that cat's having a day. That's awesome.
Jesus.
And then some folks gave me some books and they're like, hey, we kind of wanted your opinion on this. So I'm like, all right, I'll read it. And then there's a national convention for this bagpipe organization that I belong, and they're coming into town. So there'll be a big convention, and that should be starting this week, actually. I've been working on this for like 4 weeks now. So just a lot of stuff going on. I've been getting home. Haven't had tons and tons of time, but I did make time for Weapons. I did make time for this. I'd wanted to look up Ice Pirates after we talked about it.
With the space herpes?
with the space herpes.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually watch that, and I did watch a little bit of Spaceballs.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Spaceballs, the flamethrower.
The Search for More Money. They are doing a new one though.
Yeah, I heard that. Mel Brooks actually turned 100 years old today.
Wow.
Ice Pirates is not currently free to watch on any of the streaming platforms, but you can rent it on YouTube, Google Play, Amazon, and Apple. All
Yes,
your
you
normal
can.
rental. It's kind of surprising that it's not available to rent right now. So.
Yeah. All right. I will gladly ask you what you watched to not talk about the movie.
All right, so I watched Rocky 2 yesterday. I don't know why. I just watched Rocky 2. It was on, and then, I didn't watch all of it. I always watch the best part because I hate the part where Adrian is in a coma. She's in a coma. I was thinking it was Dana Carvey doing an impersonation of Mickey Rooney, and he's always talking about somebody being in a coma. Just the way he said coma. Anyway, so when Adrian's in a coma,
I thought you were doing Sean Connery for a second.
The Adrian is in a coma.
I went over to go see Adrian. I saw Rocky, but she wasn't there. I asked where she was, and he said to me, "She's in a coma."
She's in a coma.
Yeah. Was she a prom queen? What I asked him next. Sometimes to get Adrian back in line, you have to give her a little slap.
Get out of this coma.
Little slap. Bonus points to anybody who knows what I'm referencing.
Yeah. It's awesome though, but it still has. I mean, the part when she's called boring, but the awesome part is the training montage. Rocky 2 has the best of all training montages of any of the movies. It's just something about it, man. It just makes you we want to get pumped up. And I went to the gym yesterday, and then I watched Rocky 2, so maybe that made me a little more pumped up. And yeah, it was kind of shameful when I scanned into the gym to see the last time I scanned into the gym, and I felt ashamed that I need to go back more because I'm 52. Don't want to get a heart attack. So
I'm not going to shame you by letting you know how many times a week I'm going to the gym now.
Yeah, you go a lot. So
I did. Yeah, I took the last 3 days off and I did nothing but eat. And I looked down, and I know I'm just bloated from the food I've been eating, but I'm just looking down, and it's just this weird thing your brain does. I'm like, oh, I'm so super obese right now. I got to do something about that. But I'm literally this morning went and put my belt on the very last notch.
That's good.
It's weird. It's weird what our brains will do for us. I'm just like, you know what? I ate tons and tons of wheat, which doesn't work well with my belly. I ate a bunch of corn. That doesn't work well with my belly. All the delicious things that we grew up as kids in New Mexico, like rice, corn, beans. I blew it up like a basketball, and then apparently I spend all night farting.
Yeah. Oh, Halloween came and went. It made me sad. It was on a Friday, and I thought it was going to be awesome. I thought we were going to get all sorts of trick-or-treaters. Mm-hmm. Instead, I was feeling kind of tired, and then I started watching the World Series, and watched the World Series on Halloween, and watched a little bit of, like some scary stuff, and then, but not really as much as I usually do. Then I went to bed early after the trick-or-treaters were gone, and then it made me sad because I kind of wasted my Halloween by not really doing much. And then the World Series started the next day, and I watched all of that. So I've been watching a lot of baseball, which I normally don't watch, and a lot of football, which I normally do watch. The only reason I watch baseball is because the Dodgers are playing, and I always tell the same story about my grandpa Romero, hard-working man out in the oil fields, worked his ass off, and he would come home, and the only time he ever relaxed, he always had high side hustles and other things going on. The only time he ever relaxed is when the Dodgers were playing on a Saturday or Sunday. He would have fallen asleep on the couch and watch Fernando Valenzuela pitch. And as kids, we'd always go try to change the channel because we thought Grandpa was asleep, and he would get mad. Hey, kids, what are you doing? And he would go back to being asleep and watching the Dodgers game. And then we would all sneak sips of his Schlitz beer that he drank from the same brown cup every weekend. So Dodgers won. So it made me think of my Grandpa Romero. And go Dodgers. Sentimental pick.
I actually got trick-or-treaters this year. I don't live in a great neighborhood, so we don't get trick-or-treaters. And I had some little tiny kids show up to trick-or-treat with their parents. And some of them were absolutely adorable.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing. Adults dressing up and everything that's cool and stuff like that. But I love to see the little kids and their happiness and their overcoming their shyness to say trick or treat. Their parents pushing them up there, say trick or treat. And I saw this one, and this is really going to be not. I saw this thing on TikTok where these little kids are going up and asking, going trick or treating, and then the kids are walking in the house. And then they get put out, and then this one little boy, he's dressed up like a dinosaur, like a skeleton, and his dad say thank you, baby, and he's all thank you, baby, to the kids. It was cute, adorable.
So they were coming from the end of the street and walking my way, and then heading down towards what is a major freeway. And I was looking at everybody's bag. All these kids were coming up with like cup of noodle in their bag.
Oh, that's funny.
And I got new neighbors, and they were giving out ramen.
That's funny.
I would have been so pissed off as a kid. I'd been so pissed off as a kid. Like, I already got ramen in the freaking pantry. I want some candy. Oh, thank God. We had so much leftover candy. I've got like every type of nerd cluster, and I've got the nerds in the little tiny box, which make me so happy.
What's the good ramen with the comes with a little packet of like black garlic sauce on it and stuff like that? Isn't like
Bulldog?
I don't know. I think it's Jinya or something.
Jinya? I know Bulldog's pretty good.
Yeah, but some of them have the chili paste packet, and some of them have the black garlic sauce packet.
Yeah,
that's like $5 a shot ramen.
Dude, I found some Korean ramen seasoning, and it's got super low sodium, and it's like vegan, so there's not like weird fish stuff because I'm super allergic to fish. I've been enjoying ramen again, and I just take out, like, I just want the ramen. I'll leave the sodium pack in it and make ramen and have that. It reminds me of being back in college, like trying to figure out if I could afford enough for some bologna to pretend like I had meat inside my ramen.
All right, 16 minutes in, almost 17 minutes. We've got to talk about Maximum Overdrive. This movie what did we talk about before we started the show? It was directed by
cocaine,
produced by
cocaine,
written by
cocaine,
best boy cocaine, gaffer cocaine.
You'll pay for the whole bump, but you'll only need the edge.
We were watching this at the exact same time, apparently, last night. And
I was like 10 minutes ahead of you. That was about it.
So I saw Neil and I always send pictures back and forth of when we're watching the movie. And it was on Tubi, so he was watching it, and I was watching it at the same time. He was ahead of me, but we were pretty much making the same comments. And then his wife was looking up the exact same trivia that I was looking at.
You were looking up
almost at the exact same time. And there is a snippet that is in here. It says, it would be the directorial debut of writer Stephen King, who had a 3-picture deal with Dino De Laurentiis. In the 2002 interview with Tony Magistral for the book's Hollywood Stephen King, first-time director said that he was coked out of his mind all through its production and didn't really know what he was doing. On set, translator Roberto Croce did not remember King's cocaine use, but recalls him drinking from early in the morning until late at night. I didn't, but I know that he was drunk. At 6 o'clock in the morning, we have a roll call, and he's drinking beers. And by 8:30, he's on his 10th beer. 10 beers in 2.5 hours.
You know what? I'm glad you got that under control, Steve. Good for you. Because holy smokes, that's amazing.
This movie looks very kind of patched together. I was watching surprisingly, there's a lot of trivia about this movie and making of segments on YouTube. I watched a thing where De Laurentiis hired him, but also had a director of photography, Armando Nanuzzi, was kind of like there to help shadow direct and tell Stephen what to do when he didn't know, because this was the first time sitting in the director's chair. And Stephen King initially wanted Bruce Springsteen to play the Emilio Estevez character. And once that he realized he couldn't get Bruce Springsteen, he was kind of like, meh, all right, I guess we'll make the movie, and wasn't really that into it that much. And there's lots of weird stuff going on. This is Well, hit us with the Internet Movie Database tagline there, Neil.
A group of people try to survive when machines start to come alive and become homicidal.
All right. That's pretty much it.
Horrible sentence.
Writer, director Stephen King, his only theatrical directorial credit. So I love Stephen King. He is very prolific. Some of my favorite books are written by Stephen King, but he is so prolific that he has some masterpieces, and he's got some not so masterpieces.
And not so masterpieces.
Yes. And I love. I think he's really fun on Twitter, and he's very curmudgeonly now that he's getting, that he's in his 70s and stuff like that. He's got definitely got a get off my lawn kind of vibe, and he hates Trump, and so it's kind of funny to see him do that. But one of the funny things is he loves old timey, old folksy kind of talk. There's so much of it in this movie.
You sent one that was absolutely hilarious, that as soon as I was sitting there mulling that in my head, and as soon as I was thinking about that, you texted me right back, and I'm like, oh, you prick. I was going to.
What was it? It was something about a ladybug.
Yeah. It was holy crap. We text a lot. Jeez. Did we really text that much just since the time we watched it?
There's two different threads. There's a RVS podcast thread which David is in, and then there is our personal.
The one when I don't want to bother David with something. That's basically the one that I sent that in.
I don't give a ladybug.
I don't give a ladybug.
I don't give a ladybug. What does that mean, Stephen King? What does I don't give a ladybug? And he is just, if you ever read his books, he just loves old timey, folksy, colloquial kind of language that people talk about.
I'm reading the rest of the thread. Eric, Lisa Simpson sure does scream a lot. Neil, you're not watching one of those kinds of cartoons, are you?
Yes, Yeardley Smith screams through this entire movie.
Wow. And I cannot hear, you get guys like Harry Shearer. He changes and does different voices.
Yeah.
Yardley Smith is Lisa Simpson. There's no change in her voice. That's just her. And her eyes are so spookily close together.
Lisa in the Simpsons show has a great scream, and there's one particular scream that is so good and so funny. There's an episode where Otto, the bus driver, loses his job, and he lives with the Simpsons, and then he is telling Lisa a scary story about a maniac who killed this family, and she's really scared, and he's sitting reading her bedtime story, and he's like, you want to know what they never caught? And he's like, because I was that maniac. And she lets out the biggest scream, the biggest shrillest scream, and then Margin and Homer downstairs like, he needs to get out of here. But it's the perfect Lisa Simpson scream. It's always, you can look it up on YouTube. It's when Otto lives with the Simpsons. I am a Simpsons. The first 9 seasons are impeccable. I think that's one of the greatest series of all time. I admittedly do not watch it as much anymore because it's not as funny, but there you go. The only good thing to come out of this movie, I would say, is the soundtrack. AC/DC soundtrack album, Who Made Who, sold 5 million copies. And I remember my stepdad, this is one of the first CDs he ever bought to play on our home CD player. Back when we had he spent some money on a nice, when you would get glass cabinet, hi-fi system with the dual cassette players, CD player, and record player, and the hi-fi, the FM AM tuner. Yep. That was awesome. We spent so much time playing music on that.
I had that on cassette, and I had like 4 or 5 different copies of it because I would leave them, and then the sun would hit them, and then they would warp. Thanks, New Mexico, and I'd have to go get it again.
Well, the soundtrack, is awesome because it's got Who Made Who, which is a big hit for them, in '86 because they were kind of not necessarily really burning up the charts, but this was a kind of a comeback. You Shook Me All Night Long, an instrumental called DT, Sink the Pink from Fly on the Wall, Ride On, got Bon Scott on that one, Hell's Bells, Shake Your Foundation, Chase the Ace, and For Those About to Rock, We Salute You. 9 good AC/DC songs.
Yep.
Really can't beat that. And I just saw that AC/DC is coming to Denver, and I will not see them because they're a shadow of themselves. And it's kind of sad to see them go up there and perform nowadays.
Yeah, I saw them on the last tour I saw them on was the Black Ice tour, and they were still really good.
Yeah,
on that one. That was a good tour.
Mm-hmm.
It was great being around people my own age at a concert.
I think we've talked about this probably a ton of times about our general consensus is there's only a few bands that I will see on the old Ulster circuit. I will still go see Metallica because they kick ass. They do a really good job.
Yep.
Oh, this is a total aside. Did you see that Megadeth is going to re-record Ride the Lightning?
Yep. I
just
did.
Because Dave Mustaine had some input on Ride the Lightning. Talk about a guy who was given the world and still doesn't appreciate it. That is Dave Mustaine.
Every time I hear Dave Mustaine, all I can think of is Lane Staley making fun of his singing voice.
Hello, me. Meet the real me.
Watch him become a god. It's like, dude.
Yeah. He is not a good singer. Hell of a guitar player. Seems like an asshole. Dave Mustaine.
Well, from what I hear, those James Hetfield ain't so easy to get along with either.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like easy to get along with. Do you ever? Still on the other side. Did you ever see Some Kind of Monster? It was that documentary about Metallica.
And they kept overusing the word stock. I don't want it to feel stock because this is stock. But I want this is stock. I get that you have a lot of money and you can get people to like fix cars for you and shit, but it doesn't make you a car guy. It makes you a rich guy that can buy cars. Why that part sounds stock? What if we move this part over here and this part over here? Then it's now, oh my God.
Well, I love another. We're just going all over the place, but I love when the producer Bob Rock thought that he was part of the band, and then they're like, "Fuck you." That's my favorite part. And I mean, my second favorite part, most favorite part is seeing Robert Trujillo audition and blow everybody else out of the water.
Just sitting on battery, just sitting in the pocket. He is such a fantastic bass player. Suicidal Tendencies, Infectious Grooves, playing for Ozzy. Come on, man. The dude had pedigree.
We sound like a classic rock podcast. Hey, man.
Hey.
We remember, let's go back to King Biscuit Flour.
King Biscuit Flour, right on. Oh, my God. My God.
The whole event, I swear to God, we'll get back to the movie. This reminds me of listening to like classic rock radio on a Sunday night. That's when they have like all the live performances and stuff like that, and then you have like, tonight, man, we're gonna take a journey, and it's always some deep, raspy voiced rock and roll DJ. Time to get the Zep out. It's September, Neil.
Yeah, Maximum Overdrive.
It's almost into Rocktober. Mandatory Metallica's coming up.
Mandatory Metallica. You listen to a lot more radio than I do.
I just listened to a lot when I was younger. I hardly ever turn on the radio now because freaking Colorado Springs radio stations are awful. Awful, awful, awful. I drove back to Albuquerque during my fall break, and Albuquerque has better radio stations than Colorado Springs, and they still have not. They're still the same. Still play the same shit. You're always going to hear Santana. You're going to hear Little Guitars by Van Halen, which I never ever hear in any other city ever except for Albuquerque, because it's got the flamenco kind of intro. You always hear Little Guitars, and they always play. They love Van Halen. And you hear certain songs over and over again. Robin Trower, is it Bridge of Sighs? You hear that one all the time too.
Don't know it. And
No,
I'm
you
not
don't
even going
know.
to pretend like I do. No.
All right. All
It
right.
just
That sounds like
is.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, the best part of this movie is the beginning of the movie, where everything goes haywire. And the worst thing and this was written by Stephen King, who is a master writer, and he decides to start the movie with title card exposition about a comet in space and that the Earth is caught in the tail of the comet for like 8 days. So here you go.
But the best part is at night when that really horrible, shitty green special effect is sort of floating over everything.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
was the best part. But I will say I do believe the best exposition was his bit at the end with I could just see them doing air quotes when a Russian satellite, weather satellite, armed with laser beams.
Well, the thing that's so shitty about that is like that sounds like an awesome separate movie. Maybe we should have seen that instead of hey, but like yes, Russian space. They shot the UFO out of the comet, and that sounds like a way more exciting plot than a bunch of yahoos at a truck stop.
Why? And no cars were attacking anybody. Are they like the simple cousins that everything else? And then that Jeep with the gun comes out there. It's car sized. What's going on with that? Why didn't we see any motorcycles like Evil Knieveling down?
Yeah, just with a bunch of C4 on it, just crashing through windows and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and blown.
Or like, like a tow truck drops its tail and the motorcycle hits it, Dukes of Hazzard. It was then that Bo and Luke realized and have it jumping onto things. And what? It didn't make any sense.
So it was just even Stephen King himself said this is a moron movie where you're just watching it and you're not supposed to question what's going on. You're just supposed to enjoy the ride of of the movie, but that doesn't really fit. You're supposed to ask a little bit of questions like how a lawnmower that normally does not have the ability to move on its own, how is it moving on its own?
Or valves with no way mechanically possible. There's not an engine turning it, and it's all these things with engines and motors of some sort that are all
What is the
coming to
motivating
life.
these things? The kitchen electric knife
The
cutting you
electric
out
knife.
of it.
And grab it by the handle.
Yeah.
You know what? That little button on the top, press that. The knives eject.
Yeah, you don't have to hit it with a hammer. Why can't anybody shoot a rocket launcher normally?
I like when they're down there with the guns, like it's gonna help.
Yeah, this movie is so bad. It just is a different level of bad. It cracks me up. It's not even really like fun bad. It's just bad. No.
You would be shocked to know that the critical reception was largely
Oh
negative.
yes, hit us with that, please.
Rotten Tomatoes, I think we all know what they do. The film's got an approval rating of 14% based on reviews from 14 critics. Such even numbers. On Metacritic, the film's got a score of 24% based on 8 critics, indicating generally unfavorable reviews. Cinema Score audiences gave the film a D+ on a scale of A to F.
I love that the usually very easily satisfied Cinema Score audience gave it a D.
Oh, John Pareles of the New York Times wrote that by making the machine's malevolence so all-encompassing, so amoral, Mr. King loses the fillip of retribution in better horror films. For the most part, he has taken a promising notion, our dependence on our machines, and turned it into one long car crunch movie, wheezing from setups to crackups. Variety called it the kind of film audiences want to talk back to, the kind that throws credibility out the window in favor of crass manipulation. Unfortunately, master manipulator Stephen King, making his directorial debut from his own script, fails to create a convincing enough environment to make the kind of nonsense he's offering here believable or fun. I love that last bit. Or fun.
That is the cardinal sin of the movie. Is it's not really that fun.
Yep.
It's not, and I think that really is evident. It's only 98 minutes long, and it felt way longer.
Felt like it took forever. Have you ever watched Knights of Badassdom?
No, I know you've talked about it.
Okay, that movie, stupid as shit, but fun. His Highness. You ever see that one?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid as shit, but fun.
Yeah,
it's completely horrible, but it's fun, and you
there's
laugh your
plenty of
ass
shitty
off.
movies like Beer Fest. I'll laugh at that one. It's
Oh,
stupid as
Beer
hell.
Fest. Yeah, Beer Fest is great for that reason.
Basketball with Trey Parker and Matt Stone. That is stupid.
Dude, Super Troopers alone.
Yeah,
Super
Super Troopers. CB4 with Chris Rock. I love that movie. I'll watch that over and over again, and it's so stupid.
Big balls.
I know. Big ass biscuits. Yeah. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. I love that movie. It's so fucking stupid. The first Scary Movie is stupid. Yeah, you'd be stupid and be funny. And this
Nacho Libre.
Yes.
And what's the one? El Casa de Mi Padre with Will Ferrell. Fucking moronic. But watching him recite lines in Spanish that he's basically just memorized in that weird way of it's so good. Okay, Patrick Goldstein of the Los Angeles Times wrote, "As long as King is tinkering with his crazed machines, the film sustains a certain amount of ominous tension. But as soon as the author turns his attention to his actors, the movie's slender storyline goes limp. Worse still, the movie never really builds up any momentum or jars us with unexpected jolts of horror."
Yeah, there's no tension in this movie. I don't really feel scared or anxious or anything. I'm just bored.
Kind of, yeah, it reminds me of what it would have been like to have been stuck in that diner.
Yeah.
Writing in this... Oh, sorry, man. Go ahead.
Well, think about the movie The Mist. It's basically the same story. It's just there are extraterrestrial creatures or otherworldly creatures, maybe from another dimension, maybe from hell, maybe from space. People are stuck in a supermarket, but that is the dynamic of the people in the supermarket is fucking crazy. You got the crazy Marcia Gay Harden lady who you want to die, who eventually dies, and all the stuff. That is a good movie where people are isolated at a location. This movie, written by the same person, is is not in any way
not good. All right, so for the Chicago Tribune, Rick Cogan gave the film 1 star out of 4 and called it a mess of a movie, further stating that King's direction is heavy-handed and that his dialogue hackneyed and stiff. Paul Atanasio of the Washington Post wrote that the film is like sitting alongside a 3-year-old as he skids his Tonka trucks across a living room floor and says, "Wee!" except on a somewhat grander scale. And added that as a director, Stephen King proves that he hasn't got an ounce of visual style, the vaguest idea of how to direct actors, or the sense that God gave a grapefruit. So apparently when a 3-year-old... Wait, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then if you can identify where this is from, I will gain respect for you again. Apparently when a 3-year-old has fun, he refers to himself and other people. Wee!
Is that a Mitch Hedberg?
Yes.
It sounds like a Mitch Hedberg, yeah.
I actually heard 2 Mitch Hedberg jokes I'd never heard before on recording, and I promptly have forgot them now that I've said that. That guy was so good. In Leonard Maltin's annual publication, TV Movie Guide, I'm just laughing thinking about having read this, is given a bomb rating. 2 Golden Raspberry Award nominations were given out to Emilio Estevez for Worst Actor and King for Worst Director. John Clute and Peter Nichols have offered a modest reappraisal of Maximum Overdrive, admitting the film's many flaws, but arguing that several scenes display enough visual panache to suggest that King was not entirely without talent as a director. In retrospective reviews, Maximum Overdrive has been appreciated for its audacious premise and cult status despite its polarizing reception.
So do you want to know who won Worst Picture for the Golden Raspberries that year in 1986?
All I can think of is that Bill Cosby movie, Leonard Part 6. That's the only one.
It was a tie between Howard the Duck and Under the Cherry Moon with Prince.
With Prince. Prince
won Worst Actor for Christopher in Under the Cherry Moon. Worst actress was Madonna in Shanghai Surprise. Worst supporting actor Jerome Benton in Under the Cherry Moon. Jerome, he was in the time with Morse Day. Worst supporting
Do
actress
do do do
Dom DeLuise in
do
Drag
do
and
do do.
Haunted Honeymoon. That's pretty funny. Worst
Okay,
director Prince.
Dom DeLuise was the bomb in that role. Dom DeLuise was so good.
Worst new star Howard the Duck. Worst song tie between Love or Money from Under the Cherry Moon, sorry, and then Howard the Duck. Wow.
All I can think of when I think of Dom DeLuise is him in all those bloopers at the end of every Burt Reynolds movie with them
yes,
just cracking,
in
them
Cannonball
cracking
Run.
each other up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just cracking each other up.
Leonard Part 6 was the next year.
Okay.
With, yeah. It actually beat out Ishtar in Jaws the Revenge.
Ooh,
Who's that
really?
girl? Yeah. Whew.
I remember watching Ishtar and just looking at anybody else in the theater like, does anybody know what's going on with this movie? This whole film, I'm unsure of what's supposed to be happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Leonard Part 6. The only thing that's scary about Leonard Part 6 is there's a gif of Bill Cosby shaking a hot dog. If you ever look at that, it's very scary. It's very scary. A little too scary for words.
That is not the only time Bill Cosby has shaken his hot dog at anyone.
All right, so let's go back to the movie. The best part is the beginning when the everybody's falling on the bridge. There's some good practical stunts going on there. They actually threw a big old truck off the bridge. That was kind of cool. And there was some good stuff there. That was kind of fun because you're like, what the hell's going on? And then the kid, the Coke machine. That was one of the best. That's probably the best part because everybody remembers that guy getting beamed in the nuts from the Coke machine, which is obviously has like a tennis ball machine, sticking out of it.
Yeah. I was, even as a kid seeing this, my first thought was, all right, I'm on a drawbridge. The drawbridge is raising. What is keeping anybody from just turning their wheels and going, nope, fuck that, and heading back down really quick?
Turn around or go in reverse. Yeah.
Go over, and you do it quick enough, you'll be fine because you'll catch it before the angle is such that your car can't make it. But the dude sits in there and then cranking his. Sorry, and I'm saying like this guy was a real person, was making these choices, but they're always from the land of the stupid people.
Yeah, everybody makes terrible decisions in horror movies. Does this even qualify as a horror movie?
I don't know. And were they using watermelons to try to make it look like something grisly was going to happen? Because you've got made it look like a vegan slaughterhouse. But you had
there's
watermelons everywhere.
There was one good kill when the guy who got splashed in the eyes with diesel fuel, when he got hit by the truck, and the way his like it was like a dummy with like a bag of blood squibs in it, and then just kind of exploded all over the front of the that was probably the best kill in the movie. And there's a whole segment that would have been way more entertaining before they get to the goddamn truck stop is when the kid is riding his bike and you see all these people dead for various reasons. Most people are dying because of the Walkmans for some reason, and people dead in bushes and in car accidents and in other things. That seemed way more interesting to see what happened to them than
when the dude goes to steal the ring, he's going to die as soon as you see him go to steal the ring.
Yeah.
But the woman had been caught in the window of the car. But that's the only time like a car attacked anybody.
Yeah. What is the rules on the cars?
I need to know, Eric. Steven has things to answer for.
Yes. Mr. King, if you're listening to our podcast, let us know, what happened. I know you said it was a moron movie, so we're just supposed to roll with it, but we are inquisitive people and we have some questions about it. So, and the part you quote all the time about this machine called me an asshole. That is definitely one of the most memorable parts, because that is Stephen King, who does a lot of cameos in his movies. I remember him as the priest during the kid's funeral in Pet Sematary. He's like a pizza delivery driver in one of them. He's, of course, his acting chops in The Lonesome Death of Jordy Verrill in Creepshow Meteor shit.
That was pretty good. I mean, I get what he's doing, but he is no Stan Lee.
Yeah. Let's go back and talk about Yardley Smith as Connie and her husband, new husband Curtis. What were they doing in the dark at the diner? Was he finger blasting her? Is that what was going on?
So as the scene is coming on and we're watching this, my wife goes, "That's probably the only part of the movie Eric liked." Because she called it.
I didn't like it. I was just like, what is going on here?
She called it because she basically asked a similar question. She goes, "But that's the only scene in this Eric liked." Oh, that was funny.
Oh, that will not let you down.
He is as constant as the northern star.
Yeah. I'm looking at the quotes in Internet Movie Database. Your boys are as crazy a couple of rats in a shithouse. What does that mean?
Still, nobody knows. We're still trying to dwell on the ladybug bit.
Yeah. Oh, give ladybug. What? Yeah. Eat my shorts is said in here.
It's only good if Yardley says it.
Yeah. It's really just not much to talk about this movie other than it's bad. There's a lot of explosions. It wraps up with them getting away and riding away on a boat, and there's just two lines of exposition that we talked about where we conveniently shot in a UFO out of the tail of the of the comet, and everybody's good. It's all good.
And how the rednecks just out in the middle of nowhere called it. No, it was the way I do it. Shit.
Yeah, it just. Oof.
How fast do you think that beer or soda, whatever, would have to go to cause enough brain damage to kill you that fast? I would look it up, but I'm actually on my work computer right now, and I do not want that
They're like,
on the browser.
Were you Googling?
Yeah. I've already logged into my personal email, so I'm not even going to dare to look that up. I don't want that on this, but like, how hard would that have to be, that can? Because then you got to think, if it's the top of the can, it's fairly flat. If it's the bottom, it's that circle with a big, huge curve on it.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder. And it's ejecting the can sideways when they shoot out. So what caused it to turn and nail him that way? I have questions.
I'm Googling right now. How fast would a soda can have to fly to kill you? Now, these are all about exploding soda cans, not necessarily being launched. And these are like soda cans exploding in your luggage and things. So not necessarily the velocity of a soda can to kill you. So Google, you failed me. Yeah.
You got to talk to the AI for that one.
If you are a Stephen King completist, I suggest checking this movie out. If you like bad movies, check it out. If you are home and this movie comes on Tubi automatically and you have injured your back or you're in a double cast and you can't get out of bed and this comes on, I guess watch it. If you can't yell to a loved one to come change the channel, watch it. If you like AC/DC, watch it. It's just a relic of they would make a movie about anything, and if you were powerful enough, they would let you do anything. Like Stephen King, sure, you can direct. Go ahead.
Yeah, why not? Give it a try. Everyone else is doing it. You'll be just fine, Stephen.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about. I did a link for the top-rated Stephen King movies, and we're not going to go from 1 to 68. We're going to go from 69 all the way up to the top, right? The remake of Children of the Corn from 2009 has a 0% Rotten Tomatoes score, so that is the last one. Graveyard Shift from 1990 also has 0%, and that has Brad Brad Dourif in it. So I've never seen Graveyard Shift. That came out in 1990. Creepshow 3 from 2006, which really has nothing to do with Stephen King, but just has a Creepshow title. That is 0%. Children of the Corn 666, Isaac's Return, also 0%.
That one, not bad though. Not bad. Of all the Children of the Corn flicks, that one's not that bad.
Sometimes They Come Back for More from 1998, also 0%. Children of the Corn Revelation, 0%. All right, well, now we're starting to get into positive territory. The Firestarter remake from 2022, it has 10% Rotten Tomato score. Cell from 2016, which I have not seen, is that when everybody's cell phone blasts them. I thought that was a miniseries, but it's got John Cusack, Samuel L. Jackson, and that came out in 2016, 11%. Children of the Corn 2020. How many Children of the Corn remakes are there, man?
There are tons of Children of the Corn movies.
Children of the Corn 5, Fields of Terror, 14%. Maximum Overdrive, the movie we just saw, is number 59 at 14%. The Dark Tower, which looked good, like the preview looked good, but apparently it was just like a super Reader's Digest compressed version of it that was terrible, so it only has 16%. And then The Diary of Ellen Rimbauer, I never even heard of that, from 2003. Some of these, I mean, even Stephen King sometimes says, I don't remember writing this. I was so drunk when this movie was produced. I don't even remember writing it. I think that may be one of those. The Lawnmower Man 2 Beyond Cyberspace in 1996. It's got Matt. Remember when they would call the internet cyberspace?
Cyberspace. And the
information superhighway.
The AI, not the AI. The computer
CGI
graphics on that one were so bad. I almost picked Thinner to watch. You can't say it. You can't say it like that. You can't say it. That's the way you have to say it.
But it's not available on any streaming service right now that I could see. Carrie from 2002, which is a made-for-TV adaptation. Pet Sematary 2 from 1992 was number 53. I remember watching this in Jamie's living room first time I met her dad. It was weird. This movie's terrible. Riding the Bullet, or The Rage, Carrie 2, Pet Sematary Bloodlines, except for Final Destination 2. I mean, Final Destination Bloodlines escaped the curse of having the tagline Bloodlines in your movie. It was actually pretty decent. So, yeah.
It doesn't help. I'm nodding. Just for everybody at home that can't see this, for all four of you, I'm just nodding.
The Mangler from 1995.
Wow. I had pushed that movie completely out of my mind. I'd forgotten that existed.
Isn't that one? And it's directed by Toby Hooper as well. Dreamcatcher. Oh, right. Dreamcatcher and Sleepwalkers. Our next two movies are 47 and 48. Sleepwalkers, 92, 29%. Dreamcatcher, 27%. All I remember in Dreamcatcher is it looked like they're being attacked by these killer turds. That's the only thing I remember seeing in the movie.
Did you ever see the remake of The Stand?
I haven't seen the most recent one. No,
it's pretty good. It's worth watching.
Creepshow 2 is number 46. I like that one because it's got Thanks for the Ride, Lady, the hitchhiker, and it's got the raft when the people are stuck on the raft.
Yeah, that was good.
That's pretty good. Children of the Corn 2, The Final Sacrifice, which is obviously a mislabeled movie because there was like 12 others after that. A Good Marriage. I've never seen that one. Joan Allen and Anthony LaPaglia. Needful Things. I thought that was pretty decent. That's number 43. The Night Flyer. Never saw that one. In the Tall Grass, which is on Netflix. I have not seen that one. That looked kind of interesting. The Lawnmower Man, the original one, has 35%. Children of the Corn, number 39. We have done an episode of that one. Check it out if you have liked that movie. That movie's fun to me. I enjoy it. It is not great, but it's enjoyable. Malachi.
So many rookie mistakes made by that guy.
Yeah,
in that movie.
A lot of these movies here are beloved, but they just don't have really great Rotten Tomato scores. So Firestarter in 84 has got 40%. I just remember the little girl forcing the mom, to put her hand in the garbage disposal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's such an irrational fear. Such an
Mm-hmm.
irrational fear.
And
Because I
also
still get
remember
worried about that.
George C. Scott as a hitman who does this killing blow by like hitting you in the bridge of the nose, but he puts his hand across his chest and then he's like, and it hits you and like drives your bone in the bone
I'll
into your
take
brain.
things that could never happen for
Yes,
500,
and it's
Alex.
proven to be a not not real. Silver Bullet. People love that movie. Came out in that's 43%. Number 37. Secret Window, Tales from the Dark Side, Salem's Lot, the new one from 2024 is number 33. That's not bad. I'll still say that's good. It's not near as good as the miniseries, but it's not terrible. Hearts in Atlantis, Carrie from 2013, Apt Pupil. I love that story. I think that was
Yeah.
a Bachman book. That was pretty interesting. That's not a bad movie. Ian McKellen does a good job. Pet Sematary is number 28. Pet Cemetery, the original, only has 58% positive reviews.
Really?
Yeah. And they actually gave the sequel a better score. Number 27. The Dark Half, I remember seeing that. Cujo is good. The Boogeyman is new, which I have not seen. I remember that story being scary as shit. I think it's in Different Seasons or Night Shift.
Yeah.
One of those. It Chapter 2 is number 23. Creep Show from 82, number 22. Sometimes They Come Back. Really? That's number 21. I've never seen that. I thought it looked bad.
Well, sometimes they get better reviews.
Yeah. The Running Man, which we've done an episode on. Cat's Eye. It's good. Christine, The Mist. Mist is awesome. It's only 17. Number 17. I love that movie. It's really good. It's a bummer. Dr. Sleep, which is really good. We haven't done an episode on that. The Monkey is number 15, and that's really good. Have you seen The Monkey yet, Neil?
Monkey? I don't think I have.
It just came out. It's on, I think it's on Amazon Prime right now, and it's directed by Oz Perkins, the guy who did Long Legs and stuff like that, but it's about this toy monkey.
Long Legs was so fucking horrible.
I know, but this is really good. It's really funny and gory, super, super gory.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah. Okay.
It's on Hulu. Yeah.
Check it out. It's super funny. It's got, talk about over the top gore. It's got some good kills and stuff. So I highly recommend The Monkey. I just saw it like 2 weeks ago. The Green Mile, number 14. 1408, number 13. The Life of Chuck, that just came out this year. I have not seen it. I don't even know what the hell it's about.
It's about a guy named Chuck.
Yeah, his life.
It's about his life.
Yeah. The Shining, number 11. It, the movie from 2017, is number 10. Dolores Claiborne, number 9. The Dead Zone, number 8. Shawshank Redemption, number 7. Misery, number 6. Gerald's Game, number 5. I have not seen that. I heard it's good. It's on Netflix.
Gerald's Game. That is so familiar. Here's the problem. I've watched way too many movies in my life.
Yeah.
That some of these, after I've seen them, oh yeah. I've watched that.
1922 from 2017 is number 4. I have not even seen that. I guess it's all by Rotten Tomatoes score because it's got 92%. Stand By Me, number 3. Carrie, number 2. And The Long Walk is at number 1. The Long Walk is actually really good.
I'm waiting for that one. It
should be out, I'm sure, pretty soon.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
The one I'm looking forward to right now is Predator Badlands.
Yeah, that looks really good as well. Yeah.
Looks really good. Tying in the Alien arc with it. And they got the Weyland-Yutani synthetic.
Oh, yeah, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I went back and I'm watching Alien Earth again during my lunch break.
Do you want to know my top 10 Stephen King adaptations?
No, I don't need to. I'm looking at them right now on the show notes. So I'm good. Thanks, though. Okay. So everybody, RVS Podcast 222 at gmail.com.
Number 1, we'll go from 10 to 1. The Salem's Lot movie on HBO Max gets an honorable mention. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it more than I thought. The Long Walk is number 10. Stand By Me, number 9. Christine, number 8. Pet Cemetery, number 7. The original Carrie, number 6. Carrie was on some channel the other day, and I remember seeing John Travolta drinking a beer and how much that caused us anxiety to watch him drink a beer.
Holy crap, dude. Like, get it into your mouth. What the hell?
The Mist is number 5. The
Thomas
original
Jane.
Salem's Lot is
Thomas
number...
Jane, the only movie I've stood him in that I think he actually did a good job, even though he was a bitch at the end. But whatever, let's go.
I thought he was good in Boogie Nights is their crazy friend who decides to blow up the coke deal at the guy's the drug dealer's house.
You know, I've never watched all of Boogie Nights.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
All right. Say hi to Thomas Jane for me.
Say hi to your mother for me. Salem's Lot, number 4. The Shining, number 3. It, number 2. And The Dead Zone is number 1. Because what's going to break? The ice. It's going to break.
Here's the thing. Since we've already been political, I just like hearing someone of Hispanic descent say ice.
The ice. Can you do your Christopher Walken?
The ice is going to break. You're gonna be out there in your shoes on the ice
playing hockey.
You're playing hockey and it's frozen, but not all the way.
Yes, as Neil mentioned before, rvspodcast222@gmail.com if you want to send us an email. Let us know your favorite Stephen King adaptations or your least favorite. We'll read your email on the air. I think we both sound tired. I'm like slurring my words.
I am exhausted.
Yeah. So, and I've only been drinking water. I haven't had anything to drink, but I sound like it. I'm just like, this podcast.
I have been drinking nothing but caffeine all day, and literally my kidneys are achy right now because I've just been trying to stay awake.
Next week, we'll return to the land of bad Stephen King movies with Sleepwalkers. This one is nuts.
And I would just like to say to the gentleman who left us that comment, calling us a bunch of buffoons as we discussed our political proclivities, you, sir, can still fuck right off. If you want to be a right-wing person and listen to us, that's great. But you know what? Deal with our opinion. And our opinion is some of this shit is incredibly stupid. And now it's fucking with Dave, and it could possibly be hurting people's homes because wildfires are still going like crazy. And you're letting that happen. So thanks.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for listening. We've had some great downloads. And we appreciate everybody.
I might lose some fans after this one.
I know, after listening to stall for 16 minutes before we even get to the movie.
Like, how interesting
we don't want to talk about the movie because we're really deep diving into our personal lives. I didn't
want to hear what those guys' days were like. Oh, you know what I found out? Eric likes mustard on his hamburgers. Who'd have thought?
I was like, cutting my toenails and
a kid went over and plinked right into my Pepsi sugar-free. I can't believe it. I just opened it too.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good week.
Thank you for listening to the Retro Video Store Podcast.